Hi, I'm David Norris, and I'm serving up the perfect podcast, Pompey Platter with Russ, Daz and Haz. Play up, Pompey!
Murphy scores! A magnificent goal! That's just wonderful from Josh Murphy! Shaughnessy, great saving! Shaughnessy at the near post! Chance for Colby Bishop over the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net! Colby Bishop! Lang's got his fourth! A fourth for Callum Lang!
Hello and welcome to the Pompey Platter podcast, Season 2, Episode 23, a small matter of the South Coast Derby returning to Fratton Park. As always, I'm joined by Russ and Haz. Haz, how are you feeling after last week? You feeling better?
Pretty much back to be good enough to being on here and work and normal duties. Just a cough now. Which
match fit, yeah.
I'd say match fit, but need to get rid of that cough for all the chanting and giving a good scumming to all them dirty bastards on Sunday.
Lovely stuff. Well, yeah, and especially as you're in the South Stand, closer to the actual players.
That's it. They run past us to warm up, so they'll be getting a good scumming.
Oh, lovely. Russ, how's the? You're mute. I don't know if you're coughing or not. Are you all right?
No, I'm all right. I'm fine.
Yeah, good.
I'm match fit.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, we're all ready to go. No injury surprises here. So the lineup for today is we're going to review the Sheffield Wednesday game, into the Watford review, then chatting about the small matter of the South Coast Derby, then Dazzla's Darts, Russ's Taskmaster.
Nope.
And
No
Harry's...
Taskmaster. I'll be
no
so
Taskmaster.
busy. I haven't had a chance to even think about it.
I would never do that. But so it's Dazzler's Darts and Harry's Who Am I? And then obviously any other business at the end of that. I don't know if we might have one or two things to talk about after that, but that's where we are. So
I've actually got quite a few things I want to bring up. So.
Oh yeah, lovely. So Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, wasn't it? Like, I keep getting confused now with the amount of games we have on like a Sunday and all that sort of stuff. Sheffield Wednesday away on Saturday. Potential banana skin. I think I don't know whether the game played out the way we thought it was going to play it out, but it wasn't anything to write home about in the first half, was it, Russ?
No. It's one of them where I wasn't expecting us to go there and all of a sudden wipe the floor off them. I think whoever they played the other night was struggling against them. I can't remember who it was now. Was it Birmingham?
Birmingham. They won 2-0, didn't they?
Yeah, but they're both late goals. I think it was 85th and 89th minute goals or something like that. So, I think people just expect to go to Sheffield Wednesday. And yeah, you'll get the win, but they don't just lay down and, just allow you to win. The first 20-25 minutes was really poor. And then it just got a bit better after that, really. I think Devlin could have scored after a couple of minutes, and I think that was about it in the first half. But Ali was a bright spark.
Told you.
He was a bright spark, and then second half, I think we just pretty much were on top the whole time, really, weren't we? Mm-hmm. And then Adams come on, and he looks like a hell of a player. Fallen in love with him already. And then well worked from Ali to send it into Seggers for a lovely finish, which we know he can do.
Yeah, exactly. And as you say, like, that's the problem going to somewhere like Sheffield Wednesday. I think it heaps so much more pressure on than when you're playing against the so-called teams up towards the top. Because, I mean, if you don't score within the first 15, 20 minutes, sometimes you get a bit panicky. But I think it was good that if we got to half time, and especially with the amount of set pieces they had, because Barry Bannon's delivery obviously is 99% of the time spot on, and we did deal with it. I don't think they really come there was
I think
any.
that's the worst I've ever seen Bannon against us. I don't think he was good at all.
Well, there's talk of him going. I think is it Millwall. I think talk of him going. Well, it looks like he's definitely going in this window. I have seen something talking about Millwall. Whether or not that's true or not. I think I saw a couple of Pompey fans wanting Bannon here, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take him, especially till like the end of the season. He's an unbelievable midfielder, but it's like I don't know if that's what we need and whether a budget will go there when it can go somewhere else. I guess Bannon is not on like 20p a game, is he? He's on good money. Has obviously this first half was to forget about really. Second half, how do you feel we came out? A lot better?
I think it was key. I mean, we probably couldn't have got a lot worse in the first half, to be honest. It was very, very dreary and drab, really. And we definitely stepped it up again, not overly so, but we listened to Messino in his post-match press conference, and he said the fact that he felt that Wednesday, well, with the stats that they've looked at and the details that they've done into in their match prep, that Wednesday tail off in the second half of matches, because they do go out there. You know, they've got nothing to lose. They're going to go down. There's no way in earth they're going to ever stay up in the position they're in. You know, we've been there. It doesn't matter how hard you try. They go out there all guns blazing. They've got nothing to lose. They fight for the shirt, and just fitness and the fact that they've not got anyone else to really come off the bench, bar a couple of first team, mostly academy players. Apart from that, they're going to tail off because they haven't got the energy to sustain the press that they were doing in the first half, and they haven't got the energy to keep going. So it felt like as long as we kept going, it would come. And it came with, 3 passes and you're up the other end of the pitch and the ball's in the back of the net. Schmid got it out quickly, which is always good to see. I like a keeper that can get the ball out quickly. The one thing that annoyed me with Will Norris a lot was he used to delay and take too long, especially when you've got pace normally with Murphy, but now obviously you've got Milinek Ali. He's got pace up there and you need to utilise that on the counter-attack, really. So got it ball out to Shocks. Shocks plays an unbelievable pass straight through the midfield, right next to Barry Bannon. He can't get there, out to Ali. Ali puts in a Josh Murphy-esque ball with his left foot. And it's a really, it was a carbon copy of a Josh Murphy ball in, really, because if he doesn't he puts it in kind of right in that middle area. If the defender doesn't get a touch, Colby Bishop's got that and scoring. The defender has to play it. He's kind of run past it and he has to kind of touch with his back foot. And obviously it falls to man of the moment, Segacic, and he slots it away in off the post. And it was something that he mentioned himself, that he hasn't been at the back post enough. And again, proven at Watford, if he's in those kind of areas, he needs to be there, and he's proven effective because he's got 2 in 2 from it. So it was a positive half, and then once we scored against Wednesday, it felt like that was pretty much it. It was kind of felt like done and dusted. It was just more damage limitation on them, really.
Yeah, and that was something that like annoyed me really like a lot in that first half. Man, maybe I felt I was guilty of the whole like playing Sheffield Wednesday, bottom of the league. That we need to sort of come out the traps flying and have a proper go at them, try and get an early goal. Obviously, John Messino did say that they looked at them and they do tire in the second half. So maybe that is why we opened up more in the second half. First half, like playing a bit more short passes. But I felt like that goal for us just shows how simple and using the positive parts of how we play, how we can just open teams up. And it's literally what, 2-3 passes and we've scored. I think people like to really overthink it. And I think when you've got players like Ali, the most important thing is getting the ball to them early so they can they got more time to open up, maybe push the ball past the defender and find those gaps. Because the longer you take going forward, the more everything like sort of bunches together. And those passes that were on maybe 10 seconds beforehand have then gone. So I did like our goal. Not exactly the same, but it was kind of similar to how we scored against Derby, where it was like 1-2 touches and getting the ball forward when you can. It's not needless like side to side passes. So yeah, I really enjoyed our goal. I think we could have probably. I think Russ Devlin could have had at least 2, can he?
Yeah, but if you're relying on your right backs to score your goals,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a worry, isn't it?
yeah, just a little bit. But so like let's talk about Adams in this game, and obviously we'll probably chat about him from the Watford game as well. Do you think him coming on? Do you think that changed the game?
I don't know about change the game, but it definitely shows having him in that midfield. Obviously, Swanson didn't quite work in midfield, and that's fine. But at least with Swanee, he stayed on and he moved out to left back, and he didn't look. He went back to normal. It went back to normal Swanson. He didn't let it kind of get on top of him of a bad performance of playing in another position. It was something that it's probably the game you can afford to try that kind of thing and play someone out of position, especially with basically no other midfielders bar Ebu Adams, who has just walked in the door, literally 1 a.m. on Friday morning. You're going to have to adapt, and tried it, didn't quite work, changed it at half time. And it's nice to be able to have 2 runners in midfield with Dazzla and Adams kind of going into Watford as well, that have got legs, that they can run, they can move. He's a bit of an enforcer. He likes to get stuck in. He kind of pops up out of nowhere when you think there's not a challenge to be made, and he kind of gets his leg in there. He's exactly what we need, and I am surprised that Derby can't find a place for him. But for 500k, I know people will go, "Oh look, he's 30, which is kind of in his prime. He's from another team that only came up with us," and I understand that, but if he's going to play like that for the rest of the season, that could genuinely be a difference between us staying up and not.
I think
And
the
if
Adams signing is
it's a class signing for 500k, a player of his caliber.
Most underrated signing that we've done for a long time. It's not even just that. You're talking about the player of the season and captain of the team that stayed up with us last season. That is not to be just like some people have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we know that Pompey have chased him for a couple of years. He almost came here, but went to Derby when he left Cardiff.
Yeah, because when he left Cardiff. Oh. Well, we can sort of talk about Ebu Adams in the next one, can't we? So, should we move on?
Yeah.
Lovely. So, what was the day yesterday? Wednesday. Again, as I said, I keep getting mixed up. It's not
We played Wednesday on Saturday and Watford on Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, well, when I said the other half we're playing Sheffield Wednesday on the Saturday, she was like, well, surely that's the wrong day. I was like, that's poor, but at least you tried. At least you tried. But yeah, so Watford last night, I think out of the 3 games this week, this was the one that I suppose most people were, not that we wanted to lose. Obviously, we want to win every single game. But I think if you'd have said, when do you start resting players in a 3-game week, which one is it? I think a lot of people would choose this one.
Happy to sacrifice is probably the way to go.
Yeah. But I'm guessing not many people would have hoped for the news that came out about Shaughnessy. But I don't want to linger on that too much, because that's what it is. That is what it is, and obviously it's maybe not as bad as we first thought. But what I want to focus on is how good his replacement was in at left centre back, Conor Ogilvie. Russ, did that lineup and how we play, did it sort of exceed your expectations?
No, I've always preferred Ogilvie centre-back to left-back. I'm not his biggest fan as a left-back, to be honest. But it just felt... He just looks more suited there. I know he's not tall and that, but he's got a great leap on him. And, you know... And I thought... When I saw it, I genuinely thought we were going to just do one of them like weird lineups and save it from Saturday. So when I saw it like that, I was a bit worried. You know, please don't get any more injuries. But I missed the first half hour because I coach my son's team on a Wednesday, and from when I watched, I don't know exactly what happened before. I know we had the penalty shout, but I thought we were brilliant. I don't get, like, I see some Watford fans saying how awful we were, and I thought, if we were awful, what the fuck were you? Because you were...
Yeah, I didn't think that Watford were anything special. Obviously, Imran Loser kind of sitting there being that deep line playmaker, very similar to Barry Bannon, was trying to pull the strings and kind of make things tick, but we didn't really allow them to. We did well pressing at the right points. It was nice to see us play with a press again, and we know it's effective. So I don't know why we haven't been doing it more often. We kind of restricted them really, especially in the first half. They didn't, there were no shots on target between either team, right? So most of the couple of pot shots here and there, obviously we had the penalty shout. Most of the action was kind of in the middle of the park, which for an away team, I think everyone would have taken a 1-1 draw before the game, and it carries on the run of only one loss in 7, which was obviously the 5-0 loss on New Year's Day to Bristol City. But currently, that's looking like an anomaly at the minute, and we're actually producing points tallies that are way above a relegation team at the minute, more like a mid-table team. It just so happens that other teams around us are finding some kind of form at exactly the same time. So although we are 1 point outside the relegation, I think 1 point right now.
Is it 1 point or the same point?
1 point.
1 point. I think
so we're 1 point clear, and obviously Norwich have jumped above us. Blackburn have dropped in. Oxford, I think, will probably go. I don't see them having enough, but they're giving it a go with the transfers they're making. But I digress. What we've managed to do in this period of a good run of form is, although we haven't necessarily progressed up the table too far, we've managed to pull other teams in. So although like Norwich have been in good form and pulled a couple of wins together, and Swansea have kind of probably pulled away as well, we've managed to pull in West Brom are 2 points ahead of us, Charlton are 3 points ahead of us, Sheffield United are 3 points ahead of us. Them lot down the road are only 7 ahead of us, and they've played Blackburn are now below us, and they play Watford at the weekend, so we could probably do with Watford doing us a favour there. So it's although we're still only one place outside the relegation zone by 1 point, it's very tight-knit, and there's lots of teams congested up to 17th, up to probably Sheffield United, maybe Swansea and Scum if you want. There's 4 points between 22nd and up to 17th of Sheffield United. So what's that, 6 places and 4 points? It's not a lot. You get another win and you're looking good again. So with the fact that there's lots of teams in it, I'm not overly worried at the minute. The fact that we are where we are, it doesn't overly bother me. Ebou Adams said at the end of the day, you could be there now. It's January. Why look at it? But yeah, it's hard because when you go 1-0 up away, especially kind of late on, again, it was good play from us. Milinek Ali again, getting stuck in, getting involved, winning the ball back, playing it to Chaplin, who kind of wanted to shoot, but he did well to get his head up and see that Segacic was free. And it was almost a replica of the same strike for Segacic. and he puts it in, does the Henry celebration, and you're thinking, here we are, boys. Sneaky little 1-0, but unfortunately it didn't quite happen. But I think obviously it feels like you've dropped 2 because you were 1-0 up. You dropped 2 points. But I think a point away to Watford, apart from losing to Millwall at the weekend at home, they'd actually gone like 8 unbeaten at home. So I think it's a decent point, probably a point more than we thought.
No, yeah,
the problem is more the way that we drew. If Watford had scored in a good goal, you would have gone fair play. They are a decent team. They're near there, blah blah blah, whatever. But to happen where we drop the ball and just land straight on their feet, is unfortunate and more annoying because at that point I thought they were done. It looked like if anyone's going to score the next goal, it's going to be us.
Yeah.
And the penalty shout, which that ref needs sacking.
Yeah, I mean, the penalty I think that's a clear penalty. And I think I don't want VAR in it for us, but if VAR did exist in the league, or we were in the Premier League and that happened, I think that's probably getting turned round and the referees getting sent to the screen. It's unfortunate. Again, Nico, it's a couple of mistakes in a few games, but I'm not bothered about it. It's a mistake. It was wet. It was windy. He should have caught it. He flumped it. It just so happened to the sequence of events. He couldn't get hold of it. It hit the guy that was laying on the floor, and it ended up at the feet of Doumbia, and he put it in. Scrappy, and it's a poor goal to concede. But people, I'm again seeing people now saying, "Oh, Bursic should come in." No, he shouldn't. Bursic is not as good as goalkeeper as Nico Schmid. I'm sorry, he's a good goalkeeper, and what he did when he came in for when Schmid was injured was very good, and it is a championship standard. But he's not as good as Nico. If Nico's fit, he plays. End of.
And Nico's ridiculously unlucky. As in, okay, he's dropped the ball, and that's obviously not good enough. But when he's gone down onto the ball, the ball is just slipped around, and it's so unlucky. And as Russ said, you can accept a really good goal, so it is frustrating.
That's the Portsmouth way, though, Daz.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the same time, though, at least it's not it's just an uncharacteristic thing from Schmid. Okay, he's made 1 or 2 mistakes, but every single player is going to make a mistake. Every single goalkeeper is going to make a mistake. So you have to allow that.
It's just as a goalkeeper, your mistakes are highlighted more because unfortunately you're more likely to concede a goal from it.
It was one of them moments where online I felt like tweeting, "Tell me you've never played in goal without telling me you've never played in goal."
Exactly. Yeah. And what Schmid has done and the amount of saves he's made, and not just normal saves, unbelievable saves. And if certain fans are going to turn on him so quickly, I think that just shows you sort of their mindset. If you're going to get someone out and bring someone else in for a mistake when how good they've been, you're not going to be able to keep anyone because they're going to want to leave because they'll be like, well, if I make one mistake, I'm gone. And the players don't get any trust from that, and then they can't build any sort of momentum. So you have to sort of take the rough with the smooth. Just trying to think if there's anything else there for us. I think again,
I want to talk about Adams.
Yeah, well, let's have a quick 5 minutes on Adams. One thing I wanted to take from the Watford game, I don't know if you guys spotted it, but when I think it was in the first half, I don't know if there was a foul or something like that, but the camera cuts at Adams and he's having a go at one of their players. I can't remember what it was, but you can mouth it, and he was telling them to fuck off, basically. And I was like, I love that. And it's not just a normal fuck off, it's aggressive and it's towards him and it's kind of in the other player's face. And that's exactly what we need in the centre of midfield. A player with a proper bite. It reminded me of Michael Doyle and his sort of persona and his sort of aggressiveness and things like that. Obviously it has to be controlled to a certain extent, but you need someone with that bite, and that when one of the centre midfielders has got the ball, they've got to think, well, where's Adams? Because he's going to be right on me and he's going to come flying in. I've got to be careful here.
What I loved about him is all season is I've been looking at our midfield going, why does everyone cut through us like butter? And since he's been on the pitch, literally, he just stops everything. It's unbelievable. He's just... There was a moment where we lost the ball on the edge of the box. He did a mad slide tackle from nowhere and got the ball back. And his first thing he did against Sheffield Wednesday was absolutely clatter someone, but he won the ball. And it was like, in my opinion, all midfield should have a player like that.
Definitely, yeah.
And we haven't had one for so long. I couldn't even tell you. Like, Isaac Hayden.
He didn't really. Even he wasn't really like that, was
he?
he?
More physical, but he wasn't like that. I can't tell you.
It would have to be Doyle.
Probably.
Yeah, because not just can like Ebou Adams like fly in on a challenge and be strong and physical, he can get around the pitch as well, which is and the thing is that I mean, especially me and Russ have grown up with like obviously the old school 4-4-2, and all the best teams had an Ebou Adams and a Dazzla kind of player. I mean, if you look at like Man United, Keane and Scholes. Arsenal, we had Gilberto Silva and Vieira. Chelsea, you had Essien and Lampard. One player that can play
Even
football.
if he got like, it's like a Diop with
Diarra.
Papa Bouba Diop, the size of him.
Yeah.
Along with like Michael Doyle's mentality.
Yeah. But that's it. Like you need physical presence as well as like quality there with you. And obviously, I'm not comparing like Dazzla and Ebou Adams to the likes of Roy Keane and Paul Scholes, but it's our version of that, which obviously is a bit lower. But you see what we mean by that.
Every team needs a tough tackler.
Of course, like is Adams and Dazzla, are they is that the partnership now?
Yeah.
Well, partly that's because there's no one else that can run.
That as well, yeah.
But also, it just allows Dazzla to dictate the game.
Yeah.
In the field now.
We will now see the best of Dazzla because he's not having to do the running of 2 or 3 people.
No, exactly. So, I'm excited. I was excited when we were linked, and I found it mental that we got him for 500 grand. I think that's an absolute steal. I know he's 30, isn't he? So I suppose this is probably his last decent payday, as in from like a transfer point of view. He could move on for a free at some point, I suppose. But I was excited about it when he came in. I couldn't understand how some people were a bit iffy about it.
I don't get what people were expecting. So they want us to sign championship players. In my eyes, he is a well-established championship player. Derby fans are gutted to see him go.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is always a good sign. And people are like, it's almost like, we want a championship player, but just not that one.
Yeah.
And it's like, and everyone's eating their words already. Do you know what I mean? Like, all because one Derby fan said he can't play in the 2. One Derby fan said that, and everyone, Derby fans say he can't play in the 2. No, there was one Derby person. I'd rather take Messino's opinion over him, over this one Derby person. And has he looked out of place in the 2? No.
Not yet.
And I also don't understand this. He's terrible on the ball because he's actually done some really good passes.
Yeah, he's been good, I think. And that's the thing, like with other sets of fans, when they say, "Oh, we'll drive him down there" and that sort of stuff, driving to you. The amount of times fans have said that, and a player's come here and they've looked quality, just quite a quick one. And I'm thinking to myself, do you want to drive any more players down to us then? If that's what you're going at. But right, that's enough of of that business. Let's get on to the juicy business. You got us, after a week off, you got us with some facts and that?
I do indeed. Well,
thank God for that.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as good as me last week, I'm afraid.
I'm not scared or afraid. I hated it.
These two numpties didn't even know we were playing midweek, so...
No. I had no idea. When you text Watford shot Nessie, I was like, what the fuck is he going on about?
So, of course, there's the small matter of the South Coast Derby against the dirty lot from down the road on Sunday at midday. They're not doing too great, to be honest. They're only 7 points ahead of us. They managed to get a 1-0 win at home to Sheffield United last night as well. So both teams have played on the same night or kind of same days. There's not like a team that's had a day's extra rest, which I feel is kind of the fair way, because otherwise when we win on Sunday, they'll be crying about, oh, they got an extra day's rest than us. So it puts it on a level playing field. It'll just be because they're shit. They lost last time out before. They lost to Hull at home, which they aren't too happy about. They are wanting Tonda Eckhart, who is their manager. They want him out. A lot of the fans, despite once Will Still went, he came in, got a good run of matches together, got some good wins once he was gone. I think they won once, four in a row. They beat QPR, they beat Charlton 5-1. They were 4-0 up within 22 minutes. They were 4-0 up. Then they gave him the permanent job, which was bizarre. So they waited. He did really well as the interim. Then he took over permanently, and they gave him that job when he started to lose. And then they've just kind of gone downhill, really, which is great for us because they started to creep up once Will Still'd gone, and then they're coming back down. Managed to scrape through against Doncaster in the FA Cup, got whooped 4-0 by Middlesbrough. Main guy for them is Leo Cienza. He is their main creator. He's their main guy. He scored the winner for them the other night against Sheffield United.
And Terry Devlin's going to break his legs.
I really hope so. They're playing a back three. Again, we're not that great against back threes, but probably can do it because they are just generally shit.
They did play a back four last night, by the way.
So did they?
Yeah,
okay, so he is varying it then.
Yeah, I might go with that.
Trust the scummer to know that.
Yeah, of course he knows that. Foot mob saying it's a back three.
I was there with the little fat dancing matey, whatever his name is.
P. Diddy Dawson.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
All oiled up.
It's probably your dad.
That's your best mate.
I wish.
So they've got 9 wins, 9 draws, 10 losses, goal difference of 0, 40 goals, 40 scored as well and conceded. The referee is Lewis Smith. He has refereed us twice previous. Once last year, our 1-1 draw at home to Oxford. And his time before that was our 3-2 win away to Barnsley when Paddy Lane and Conor Ogilvie scored within 8 minutes.
And we had a penalty, didn't we?
We did. Was it 3-0 after 16 minutes, and then we kind of felt like we were about to throw it away.
Yeah. That game, I don't think I watched the last 15 minutes. I was like...
So this season, Lewis Smith has either refereed in the Championship or the National League North or South. There's no in between.
How weird.
So there's 15 refereed 15 games in the Championship, 54 yellow cards.
Jesus Christ! In 15 games.
Yes.
That's
3.
That's at least 3 again.
So you've had 3, 3, 4, 4, 7, 6, 0, 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, 2, 3, 5.
I'm definitely doing a bet fucking card thing.
Oh, also, Ebu Adams and Terry Devlin to get booked. It was 14-1 on Bet365 earlier.
Yeah. £200 minimum stake.
That's worth a cheeky little fiver, I think. So, obviously, we all need to be quaking in our boots as well because the hierarchy, whoever the fuck they are, have been on. They've been going on 5K runs to get ready for coming along and destroying shops in the city, and they'll probably have their mum's packed lunch that she's made for them to bring as well. So she'll be quaking in our boots for the hierarchy, which is it's probably more like a day centre for daycare, really, for toddlers. It was on social media as well, the fact that a couple of fans were nervous about them coming here. They thought they were weak and they haven't got any balls.
They ain't. They didn't have any balls at their place.
But then they won last night, and now they seem to think they're going to come here and win 4-0 again.
No, they are the most spineless team in the league.
Yeah, I've also seen that even though they did win yesterday, a lot of them aren't convinced.
Well, I think it did us better that they won last night, just because they then think they're going to come here and win. And also because the pressure was piling on Tom Eckert. The fact that they won took it off, because the last thing we would have wanted was him to be sacked before the derby and then them kind of be lifted like they were when Will Steele was sacked. So I just, my heart says we're going to whoop them, because I just feel it's going to be an absolute bear pit at Fratton Park, and it's going to be like we thought the Arsenal game was good.
No, the Arsenal game was more of an entertaining crowd.
Yeah, but I still think the crowd were well up for it, right?
Yeah. But I was trying to explain it to my son. I said,
this is going to be something else.
It's different. It's a different atmosphere. It's a nasty atmosphere, but in a good way for us. I mean, it's
yeah, of course. But they're going to be jeers, boos, whistles every time one of them dirty bastards touch the ball. Every time they walk past, the guys where I am, when they go and warm up, they're going to get a good scumming. So it's going to be an intense atmosphere, and it's going to be good. And I was saying to my friend earlier, I feel like having more homegrown based players from the British Isles in a derby like this benefits us more, because they understand it. It's like if we went to the second division in Spain or third division in Spain, there's a derby there. If you're a player from abroad, you're not going to understand it and get the values of it not as much as an English player is going to understand it. Obviously, it is a big derby for us in this country and for us being Portsmouth and Southampton. But outside of England, if you asked some football fans from abroad to say name some English derbies, they're probably going to be going the Manchester derby, Merseyside derby, the North London derby. They're probably the main ones because, one, they're in the Premier League, and two, they're played every year, twice a year, and they're always on telly. Whereas if you went and asked an English fan, can you give me a Bundesliga 2 derby? It's a very niche thing, unless you're really into your European football, which I can guarantee someone listening will know a derby that's in the Bundesliga 2. If you're naturally not going to be as into it. So I feel like having homegrown players, more English, more, we've got Welsh, Northern Irish, Republic of Ireland, Scottish. We've got everyone from the whole British Isles playing for us. I feel like that benefits us more, because I feel like our players are going to be up for it more because they understand what it means to us more. I don't know if you guys feel like that's a thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%, mate. Like, I just feel like it's just going to remind me of the game against them in the Premier League, where there's players, you just only have to watch them in a tunnel and they look like rabbit in headlights. And I just think the same is going to happen again. They ain't got a clue what's going to hit them. They froze at their own ground. What the fuck are they going to do down here? I've said it all season. They will not want to come down here because they are spineless. I'm not saying they're the worst team in the league. And I'm not just saying this. I've never seen a team, and their fans say it. They've got there's just nothing to them. They're just pointless in a way. Do you know what I mean?
I want us to do stuff like make sure the heating in the changing room is turned right up, and then break it so they can't change it. Things like that, little edges. put them off, go, oh, fucking hell, like they're stood there in the change room and it's roasting hot, it's like 35 degrees, but then break it so they can't change it. Little things like that. Just make the changing room dirty, don't clean it, like anything, just to put them off is all part of it as well. I feel like that's something we should be doing. Don't make it homely for them.
No. And that's it. We have to make everything uncomfortable. Like, and while doing that, we need to make sure we don't give them anything to like get around, like nothing that's gonna get them going and that kind of stuff. It has to be. You have to find that fine line between like. You say abuse, like hurling abuse at them and not allowing them to like sort of get together and be like, right, it's us against these lot. Let's fucking, we have to stick together here. And that means from the kickoff, don't like, if you're going to do a 50-50, go and fucking go through it. I think I said in our WhatsApp group, didn't I? If we get the kick, put the ball up towards their like fullback or anyone like that, and one of us just goes straight through them, just put them in the stand and fucking like set the tone. Because this game isn't going to come down to like skill per se. There might be a moment here and there, but most of it's going to be down to who wants it more. Like who's willing to run those extra like couple of yards, who's willing to put their foot in and their head in where it hurts and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think you're right, Haz. I think the fact that we have more homegrown players that would have played, not in these types of games, but in the little nitty, like horrible little grounds and stuff like that. Like I think all our players have come through, like, do you mean from like League 2, League 1, played in those horrible little grounds and that kind of stuff where the fans are like right next to you and not in these big stadiums. Obviously, when their players around, like taking throw-ins, people on the south stand, north stand, have a little lean in and just tell them what you think of them. Obviously, nothing racist, homophobic, anything like that, but just let them know.
Don't try and
Exactly.
climb out and attack them either.
No, we don't want any of that.
Just throw a brick at them.
But how'd you get that in here? I don't know. But yeah, give them some like proper good abuse. And then basically what we have to do is that no matter what happens especially in the first half, is just keep going and keep supporting. And I know we will, because obviously we won't allow it to drop off. But yeah, I'm pretty nervous, but mainly because of where I live and
That's because you live in an SO postcode, you dirty bastard.
Exactly, and apparently that should affect who I support. Apparently,
I'm confident, but then I'm nervous at the same time. Like I feel like we should be winning this. I feel like not. I'm not expecting us to win. I feel like we're in a really good place. We've got a couple of signings. Obviously, Keshi Anderson's now available because he wasn't quite registered in time for Watford. So I feel like we've got another winger. We've got a little bit more depth, barring no more injuries. I feel like we've got a good enough team to be able to get stuck right in and not piss about. And I feel like that's, we've got the likes of Regan Poole, we've got Terry Devlin, we've now got Ebu Adams, Keshi Anderson can stick himself about. You've got Colby up top, Segacic and Chaplin are like little Jack Russells that just nip at your legs, and they might not be there physically, but they'll have a little nibble, and it will still put defenders off. Having someone nibbling at your ankles and that will, and I hope that the referee lets the game go and doesn't ruin it by blowing all the time.
well,
Because that's where the game can lose any kind of momentum, is with the ref kind of any little nibble. I can almost guarantee that every time we challenge them, they'll be laying on the floor crying like little bitches, looking for free kicks just to try and break the game down. And we've got to try and not let that happen.
No, and well, obviously going on the ref, I think the first 5-10 minutes, and I'm sure him and his like team will be thinking about this. Like, when does he give the first yellow card? When does he like sort of set the tone for the game? And that is going to be the most important thing. Is like derbies are like nothing else. Like, you need to make sure that...
Surely you didn't put a timer on this. Jesus.
Yeah,
Talk about this forever.
15 minutes, mate.
No. Keep going.
Let's do another 5 and then we're done. But yeah, a tone has to be set, and it'd be interesting to see how he does it. And apparently, obviously, he loves giving out yellow cards. So I would guess, unless it's like a clear and obvious yellow, I think the ones that are touch and go, he's going to have to make a decision nice and early whether he's going to give those as yellow cards, because he'll be very busy if he gives out his yellow card early.
So
like, we don't want a Harrison kind of thing where I think he got booked in the first minute. One game was that against Ipswich, I think.
Yeah, he ran at their defender and smashed into him straight away.
Yeah, which is something I'd like us to see, but also at the same time, I don't want any of our players getting booked that early.
No. And I think that's where the referee's got to show some bottle. And the first couple of challenges, there will be a couple of probably hard ones. Again, more so from us, maybe. He's got to let him go. It's a derby. You've got to ref it differently to a normal league game. And you've got to let it flow. Even if you give the free kick, just let a couple of extra fouls go. Let it play out and see what happens. If it's horrific, then of course you need to take action, whether it's a yellow or maybe even a red for something. But let it go. Let the game flow, and don't make it all about you. Is the ref's job in this kind of game, in any derby.
No, I agree.
So, obviously, the last time we played them in the league at home, it was what?
1-1.
It was
Joe Ward.
It was Joel Ward. What a boy! Now playing for Swansea, I think, isn't it?
Has he actually signed there now?
I think so.
I thought linked, but
I thought he had. Maybe he hasn't.
Yeah, might. I did see he was on the verge, but whether or not it happened or not, I don't know.
People wanted us to have a fourth right back for some reason.
Yeah.
We're actually unbeaten against them in the league since 04-05.
Yeah, bastards, cheating bastards, and all.
So,
before we give our prediction, because I swear I said Seggers for a goal against Sheffield Wednesday and a 1-1 draw against Watford.
Yes, so the 2 games from last week. Russ, you got 3 points for Wednesday. Daz and I both got 1 point.
Boom.
For getting the correct the correct outcome, but not the correct scores. You both went 1-1 against Watford, so you both get 3 points.
Woo.
I got 1 point, again, correct outcome, but not the correct score. So currently the table is Russ top on 27, Daz second on 22, and I am third on 14.
Ooh. 9 coming up.
All Sam Smith.
Yeah, you roll.
Oh, God.
And I swear this was happened last season, that all of a sudden I went top and just started pulling away. So nice.
But I thought this happened last year as well, where I was far away and then I had a mad run and managed to pip him. But,
yeah, you did. You pipped him at the end, wasn't it?
So, Russell.
4-0. I'm not even joking either.
You actually want me to put 4-0 Pompey?
Wow.
Yep.
Fuck me sideways. Goal scorer?
I'm going to keep going with Seggers at the moment.
You bastard. Okay.
Mark's coming to watch as well, so.
Is he?
He is, yeah.
Oh, it'll be nice to have him there. Good old Marky Mark. I'm going to go 3-1 Pompey. He stole. I'm going to go Chaplin. The deadline's passed. He's definitely staying. Kieran McKenna confirmed it today, which would now be Thursday if you're listening. If you're listening on the podcast, he hasn't scored yet. He's going to score, and it's got to be at home against them dirty bastards, isn't it? Come on. I'll just feel it. I feel like a Chaplin goal against the scum is written in the stars.
Well, he's started to play well lately, in my opinion.
He has improved.
Yeah, he's been decent.
He's still got a way to go, I think, to go back to what he was at Ipswich, but maybe he won't get that just because of the level of players around him.
Yeah.
But he's certainly on the upward trajectory. So, Daz. So you've got 4-0 on Sekacic for Russ, 3-1 to Pompey with a Chaplin goal for me. And I assume you're going to go for a 2-1 scum win because you are a scummer.
I was going to go 4-0 scum. I've been fucking racking my brains about this. Like, because my head says draw just because of how all the league games go, but my heart is saying win.
Yeah,
And
that's what I am.
I'm going with my heart because might as well. I don't think it's going to be as convincing. Well, if we can, it all depends on those first 5-10 minutes, and if we're at it, which I hope we will, and I'm sure we will. But I think I'm going to go 2-0. Again, like, I'm not overly confident with this, but I want to. I want to win, and I want it more comfortable than 1. Because I'm hoping we can make it 2, and the last 5-10 minutes is nice and comfortable. So yeah, 2-0, and I think Bish is gonna cause them a whole load of problems.
The best bit would be is if it was like 2-0 or 3-1 with 10 minutes to go, and them lot trying to leave and they can't because they're getting kept behind for a bit.
Well, that's what happened when we beat them 4-1. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
When you get your asses whooped to you, you just want to leave and they're not allowed. So
it always makes me laugh when they bring up the 4-0 down here. When they completely ignore the fact that we beat them 4-1 twice, and one of them when we're in the same division.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but when they won 4-0, 1, it was the Cup, 2, they were the Premier League, and we were 3, we were League One.
And we were a shit League One. When they were League One, they were a good League One.
Mate, we had John Marquise up front. Come on.
Yeah.
Exactly, I had Ricky Lambert.
The guy couldn't hit a fucking barn door of a fucking whatever.
Big banjo. But
Big banjo.
What I'm hoping is that it's like maybe 1 or 2-0 with the last like 5 minutes, and they're pressing, and then we just break and just kill the game, so you can have a nice.
Boys,
relaxing...
we're going to be 2-0 up half time, 3-0 by the 60th minute, and then we're going to score right near the end.
Oh mate, I hope that would just be lovely. It would be absolutely lovely.
I think I would be just off my tits.
Yeah, I'm holding back on, like, also again because obviously I'm surrounded by a few of them. Some are at work and that kind of stuff. I'm very sort of trying to be level-headed.
You're surrounded by them because you're on the away end, really, aren't you?
Yeah, that. Yeah. Got to get early to get the bubble. But that is also another thing as well, because obviously I was surprised that our fans were able to have like alcohol in the concourse before the game, because getting there so early. I don't know what the weather's meant to be like on Sunday.
I think it's meant to be rainy.
Well, our concourse isn't exactly covered, is it? So unless they're going to sit on the coaches, they're going to either have to be on the concourse getting pissed on or sitting in their seats.
They're going to make them be in the ground before we all get there, aren't they?
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. But
put it this way, the last time I was this confident on a high score line was when we beat Reading 4-0, and everyone was like, "Oh, this could be such a close game. Oh, I'm really worried about Reading the year we went up." And I kept saying to people, "I don't understand. We're going to smash them 4 or 5-0, and what happened? We won 4-0." So.
As I said, when we lose, or if we lose, not when, we're going to win, but if we do lose, it's your fault for not coming to breakfast at mine, and also because you're saying that we're going to whoop them.
We are going to whoop them. Oh. We are. They've got no bottle, mate. They are going to cry in the tunnel.
I hope so. I just, my heart can't barely take it as it is. Like, the game at their place, when I was watching the game in the Crook, I couldn't settle. I've
never been so confident to beat them in my life.
Fucking it. Russ, right, can we move on? Because Russ is making me nervous now.
Yeah,
even when we played them when we were in the Premier League and they were League One, it was scary because they were flying in League One and we were bottom of the Premier League, not knowing what was going on with the club, and players looking like, was selling in that. And if I remember rightly, in the first half, they absolutely battered us and David James kept us in it. But this is the first time since that I've actually gone, yeah, we won. We won. You might as well just give us the 3 points now.
Oh, God, why have you just said that? For fuck's sake.
Stop it.
Right, Daz, move it on, boy, because I can't
Right.
put up with this
Okay.
from
So
Russ anymore.
let's move on to Dazzla's
Well,
Dart.
before we move on to the segments, can we just have a little word on the free signings as the three of us? I know we spoke about Ali and thing, but should we talk about Anderson quickly?
I think I'll quickly go. I think Anderson is one of those signings, and I said it to you guys. On a free, you take it as a body, and you take it as a squad player that gives us a good option off the bench that has some championship experience. If we'd paid money for him, I would be pissed off that we've paid money for someone that hasn't necessarily been doing great at Birmingham. I know he's not had the greatest time of it, and they seemingly just willingly spunk money left, right and centre, especially compared to us. But he's one of those signings that on a free, yes, if we'd paid money for him, wouldn't have been looking great. As long as you still bring in another winger by the end of the window. You can't have him as your main right winger, especially if Callum Lang is going to leave, which maybe it's kind of swaying towards he is.
He is. He's 100% is.
Well, you never know. But I feel like Messino's comments suggest that he might be on his way.
The only way I think it don't happen is if they don't match our valuation.
But even if, especially if Lange goes, you've got to then use that money and go and get a first choice right winger that could start like tomorrow. I know it won't be probably before the Scum game, but you've got to go and do it, because if we can get Josh Murphy back fit, who will probably end up playing on Sunday, I would imagine. Either Lange or Murphy will play on Sunday. Then you'd have Murphy and Ali on the left, ex-winger, and Anderson on the right, and then Segatic and Chaplin as your 2 10s. It's looking a bit better again. And then you've still got Blair to come back, who, if he can stay fit, that's your 5th winger that can play both sides, and it's looking a bit better again. So I don't mind the Keshi Anderson signing, as long as there's a better winger that we're still going to bring in anyway.
I know Moose can lie, but he originally said he's happy with his wingers. The only way we get a winger in is if Lang goes, in my opinion.
But that's what I mean. So you don't need 75 number 10s anyway, like we've got. So,
but then it's harsh on Seggers, because he's been quality since he's been sort of getting more used to the wing. I think now Chaplin's had a run of games as a 10, and Seggers had a run of games as on the wing.
I still think you need a Josh Murphy or Milinik Ali on the right.
Possibly, but I'm not denying that. I just think the encouraging sign is you're finally playing players again and again and again. I was very critical of Messina around about October, November. There was too much changes. A player would come in and then they weren't in. But where he's been forced into the situations in because of injuries, you're now, and the fact of, you think of how many injuries we've had in them last 7 games. Even Bishop was out for a certain point, you know. That's when you start to see how good of a manager he is. Just keep it simple, John. Every time we've been good is when he keeps it simple. Is when he tries to make us play a way that just doesn't suit us, is when, in my opinion, he flops. Keep it simple. And also, like I said, I think I said to you last week, I'm going to bring up now quickly before we move on, that so far Messina hasn't lost a big game.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah?
See, this is why we moved on, Russ, because you're just fucking jinxing it.
There's no such thing as jinx.
Oh, there is. Come off it. It's like the commentator's curse. So
the commentator said that when I got the goal.
This guy hasn't scored in 75,000 days and 500 minutes. Enter the player that hasn't scored in that time, scores.
My favourite commentary one is the one with the cricket one with Short.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? What's the name of the...
Shane Warne.
Shane Warne, is it? Where he goes, he's never been out in the 90s, and he gives us the most evil look.
Next ball.
And he says that without the mic, why did you say that?
Yeah.
And then the next ball he got him out and he's kicking off.
Yeah. But the thing is with me, like, obviously, I love the fact that you're so, like, confident. Sorry.
Confident the word cocky is the word.
Yeah. You're so confident, but I always think to myself, we're going to lose, just so I keep my expectations.
I don't expect, I just know.
Oh, Russ, do shut up.
Haz, you're one of the most easiest people. I love winding up.
You're getting on my tits. You're being way too cocky and overconfident. I don't like it. Because some dirty scummer, probably Daz, will probably clip it up and feed it onto their fucking page.
Yeah, it's fine, they can feed all they want. Because I'll be clipping it. If it happens, I'll be clipping it.
Yeah, I always just like I like to keep my expectations low so that you don't fall as far and it doesn't hurt that much.
Absolutely.
I told you I don't expect, I just know.
Right. On that note.
Are we going to go on to the most disorganised, dysfunctional game of all time?
That's the point.
Yes.
That's the fun of it.
Daz is disorganised, dysfunctional.
Darts.
That's my new one, disorganised darts.
It's a dicking.
That we're going to do on Sunday.
That would be class if we could play that on Sunday, wouldn't it?
I hope Jeff's got it ready.
That would be nice. Right. So, as we're playing them lot, what it is going to be the appearances for that club, the amount of, so Pompey player, how many times he's played for Pompey, and you can also go with a Scum player if you want, and how many appearances he's played for Scum. These players have had to have played in a derby between Pompey and Saints, and we're going to go from, as in...
Whoa. Pompey and who?
Scum.
Thank you.
Is the 09-10 FA Cup game. You're okay with that one, aren't you? Onwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the 09-10 FA Cup up until recent, so obviously the last game at their place.
So there's four matches then, isn't it?
The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got the FA Cup.
Appearances for Pompey or Scum, but they have to have played in a derby.
In the squad. So you've got the FA Cup game, 2 championship games, then the EFL Cup, and then the last championship game. Okay.
Oh, cool. I forgot the game this season. It's stupid of me, isn't it?
Yeah, very fucking stupid.
Sausage. So yeah.
Sorry,
I will try my hardest to move through as quick as possible, but I haven't got a producer like the other people when they play this game.
Here come the excuses.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Here we go.
But anyway, so obviously
sounds like a scummer.
It's between
coming out of excuses.
Who is going to win out of Haz or Russ?
There's only one way to find out.
Harry Hill. Do I miss that?
Harry Hill's TV Bert, blimey.
And that fight was between a German guy and who's Paul McCartney's ex, the one with she had like one leg.
Yeah,
it's them two fighting basically. I think it's Hitler and her fighting. So that's rapid.
The German guy, I love that.
So as Haz is making bacon sandwiches.
So am I.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah.
No. Your missus is making them.
Well, yeah, okay. Cheers. Actually, I'll make it first. Who wants to go first? Answer now.
Russell can go first.
Calm down, lads. Don't answer straight away. Jesus.
I'll go first because I'm going to take the most obvious one.
Okay. So.
And that is Ricky Lambert.
Oh, he went for a scummer first.
Oh, that's.
I want to win, mate.
That's got to be over 180 though.
I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute. Like as I said, this might take a little bit of time. Now my computer's being ridiculously slow. Right,
boring.
Where are we? Ricky Lambert. There's
It's got to be over 180 for them. He was there ages.
Only about 3 years, wasn't it? And then he went to Liverpool, didn't he?
He was there when he was down in League One.
Yeah, he was there in League One, and now my computer's being ridiculously slow, which is helpful.
Bloody
It was
hell,
alright
Daz.
earlier
Sort
because
it
I
out.
tested it. I was going in and out of things. Let me delete a couple of stuff.
Is it all-time appearances or just league appearances?
It was just going to be all-time appearances for them, really, to be honest. I don't understand why my computer's all now being ridiculously slow. National.
Right, move on. 207.
Oh, here we go.
Well, miles off, to be fair.
Seasons, right. We've got something 235. So 235.
Oh, the one I went on was 207. Either way, it's over.
Daz, what are you using?
Transfer
Transfermarkt.
market, because I got told off last time.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Go on then. Has.
Go on then, Az.
This is who I thought Russ was going to go for, and it's quite obvious. Sir David Norris.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I think that'd be a good number, to be fair.
He deserves a shout out for that wonderful, wonderful memory in all of our lives.
My computer is moving a bit faster now, so
Like one season, it's only going to be like 40 odd, isn't it?
He just deserves a shout out for the goal.
my computer is moving a lot faster now. I think because I deleted a few things.
Pornhub.
What? That's my work laptop. Can't do that. 42.
Nugget porn.
42.
42. What does that put me on, Daz?
459.
Okay, I'm going to go for the obvious one, which I thought Has was going to pick, but again, it might have gone over. I don't think it will, actually, so I'm going to go for it. David James.
David James. On that, I'm going to go from the 4-1. Stats. All seasons. And we have got 158.
Cool.
Nice.
As I said, I'm not doing it where you go, oh, that's not a dart score.
No, I
As long
know.
as it's under 180, I don't care.
Tell me you don't play darts.
Well, I do play
Well,
darts, but
tell me you
I'm not doing my maths. I had to retake it in college, so.
Okay, now. Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill.
No. That's
No.
wrong.
Sorry, Haz, you're out. Because Gary
Why?
O'Neill, 09-10, he left us in
Yeah, he was at Middlesbrough at that point.
Yeah. Sorry, Haz.
Oh, we're not including them, are we? Fuck's sake.
I said, because the only reason I'm doing 09-10 is because that's when you would have started. That's when you were born, so you can.
That's when you were born. I know he's a baby, but he's not that big of a baby. Let's go for Joe Ward.
Joel Ward, so we can go there.
What, 2 seasons in the Championship in it? So
It would have been, yeah.
70 odd, maybe 80 if he played a lot. I can't remember.
Did Joel Ward play right midfield against them at our place? Because that's what it's showing on here.
Might have done.
Yeah.
He did play a few games right mid, so
Yeah, it's true. And it does look like he's at Swansea at the moment, by the way, as well. That's what Transfer Market is saying. 96.
ooh. What does that leave me on?
That leaves you on 247.
Nice.
Has. Remember,
Hayden.
going from 09-10.
Yeah, Hayden Mullins.
Hayden Mullins.
Good shout.
That is a very good shout, actually, I think.
Did he play, though?
Yeah.
He'd have been involved in the squad at least, wouldn't he?
Well, that was the season again, which we didn't have exactly a massive squad, did we, really? Because by the time we got to playing them at our place around Christmas, that's when all of our shit started happening, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he would have played in the 09-10 anyway, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Or was
he did, yeah.
Had we signed him by then? I can't remember.
Yeah, he definitely did. Because I think he started centre mid with, is it Bassina?
Bassinas.
Yeah. Giving players away.
I used to love Bassinas.
128. Great score.
What does that put me on?
3-3-1. Back in the game. Russ. to throw next.
Just trying to think. Greg Halford.
Good. I've stayed on that. Greg Halford. Interesting. Not gone for any other scammers. I would have been able to do it at the back of my hand.
The only one. There's maybe another one I can think of that I thought might have played a fair amount, but the rest I wouldn't have a clue.
77.
Cool. That leaves me on
170.
Oh, big fish. I've got to hit that.
Yeah, fishy. Let's go Christian Burgess.
Yeah, it's a good shout. That's a great shout.
That'd be the EFL Cup game. Don't want to talk.
Did we break back in that game? Or did we even start him? I know he come on.
Who?
Burgess.
Yeah, Burgess.
No, it was him and Ollie Hawkins at centre half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did Downing come on then?
Yeah. Ollie Hawkins went off.
They put up that goal Nathan Redmond scored the other day, and watching Downing go for a ball that he should have won easily, point at the right back that was nowhere near it to go and get it, and then allow them to run on and score was just probably one of the worst defending things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And sorry, Haz, it's 210.
Oh, fucking hell.
Who was that again for?
Burgess.
Oh, but did he play that much?
Apparently. So it says in transfer market before we get beaten up.
He goes super defensive, doesn't he? Right. I'm going to take a risk then. I don't even know if he played. I'm sure he might have either played or come on against them in the cup game.
As long as he's in the squad.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure, but he might have been injured. He might not. I don't know. So I'm going to go, and he might even be over 180. Richard Hughes.
He was.
He might have been around with the. Well, he was around at the club at the 09-10 Cup game. Whether he was in the squad, I don't know.
By the looks of it, he was not in the squad.
Not in the squad, no.
No, it doesn't. So it says here he wasn't in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, he might be in the squad, but I can't see the subs on this for some random reason. Oh yes, no, sorry, he was, and he got subbed on because obviously it's a earlier game. They're sort of the setup for the teams was a bit weird, so I had to scroll down further. But yes, no, he did get subbed on. I think it's for Dindown. I think.
Right,
165.
Oh,
nearly got the big fish.
And
5.
Craig McGilvery.
McGilvery.
Good shout.
Where's he now? Actually, is he?
It was at MK Dons last time I checked. I think.
To be fair, he's a Paul Warren kind of goalkeeper. I think just no nonsense.
# Craig saves.
Yeah, he's at MK Dons, and that's 135.
What does that leave me on?
196. So Russ.
Russ has won.
Well, no, not at the moment. Not if he does.
I might overguess.
Busts, but he basically, as long as he gets.
Well, I'm gonna go for a player. I'm sure he only played a few games, but he scored in one of them, and that's Quincy Owusu-Bay. I don't think he was around long.
God is great. God is great. That's the t-shirt he had, wasn't it?
One of my favourite goals there is just because of the sound of the net makes when it goes dead quiet when it goes in.
Just passes it in,
and the commentator goes, Quincy Owusu-Bay, and he goes, boom, scores.
And he wore God is great top, didn't he?
God is great. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was got something like that. Yeah.
Like I'll be a man of the cloth if we win.
I'm sure he came, scored, and then left about a month later. What was the answer?
You made 11 appearances, so that got you on -6. And there's no way you're going to come back, unfortunately, I'm afraid. So,
Well, that's just bullshit, really, isn't it?
Russ is our winner.
Hooray!
So,
I write down, fuck this shit.
that's fine.
With your disorganised, disingenuous darts.
Actually, that was probably the most organised game I think we've done.
I think it was.
I'm getting better at it.
That's what she said.
That's definitely not what she says. You're definitely not getting better. Getting worse, if anything.
Don't put yourself down, Dad.
Well, that again, I'm telling you, the expectations, set them low. You can't.
Fuck's sake.
That doesn't go there. Right.
It does now.
Has.
We'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
Of course, we'll have a look.
Actually, don't want to have a look. Let's not look. So,
moving on. Yes, it's the only reason that Russ lives.
Wow.
It is Harry's Who Am I?
That and the fact that we're going to win 4-0.
Oh, God. Right, so it's been
a couple. Someone saying that your team's going to win 4-0 will be like, ugh.
Yes, because
just like, yes, Russ, come on.
Yeah, but it's them, isn't it? Like, just no.
So you don't want to beat them 4-0?
Well, of course I do, but you're just jinxing it, aren't you?
So easy.
Twat. Because of the last few episodes, obviously we've missed, or I've missed, I think. Do you remember the last player I did?
No.
Was it Cranchar?
Yes.
Okay. So, clue number 1 of this one then. I made 33 appearances, scoring twice for Pompey across a loan and a permanent stint.
God.
A loan and then a permanent.
This could be back in the days. Remember when you used to loan them for a month?
Loa?
He would have made more than 33 appearances, wouldn't he?
Oh, shit, I didn't hear that bit.
Okay. And more than 2 goals.
No, but I mean, he scored on his loan and then, yeah.
I get where you were coming from.
I missed
the 33 appearances and 2 goals.
I missed all of that, yeah.
Yeah, as I say, you remember you used to be able to loan a player for a month, didn't you?
Yeah.
Them days are gone. How many games did Pamero play for us?
Did we get him on loan though?
Yeah, do you remember back in the 90s we actually loaned him for a month and then we ended up signing him and he scored 2 goals against Newcastle and Arsenal, wasn't it? But I think he must have surely played more than 33. I'm going to go for it just to move on. Pamero.
Clue number 2. I played with Joe Bursick, Andy Barcham, and Joe Pigott.
Yeah, so this is more of a modern player then. Who do we loan and then sign? And only played 33 times, which seems a bit weird.
Bursic, like what? He's at Stoke. Was it Stoke? Bursic. Was he on Stoke before you went away?
Yeah, Stoke. Who was the other players? I've forgotten already.
Barcham and Pigott. So that could have been Wimbledon.
That's Wimbledon then, isn't it?
Probably. I can't think of anything else they would have played. Well, obviously they might have played together there, but so who's played at Wimbledon? Who's around their time? Or Stoke? Who was at Stoke?
Bojan.
Could be him.
Yeah.
Could be him.
Shaqiri.
We never had Pennant on loan, did we?
Rory Delat.
What, Jermaine Pennant?
Yeah.
Ryan
Yeah, no,
Shawcross.
He was on loan,
He
wasn't
got
he?
alone, but we never signed
Signed
him.
permanently. That's what I meant. Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Where's my lot?
He was a shit fucking signing, he was.
Titus Bramble.
Just naming players that never played for Pompey.
I'm just naming players that played for Stoke.
A few of my mates said they got into a fight in Vegas, and Titus Bramble was on their side. Apparently, he cleared out a dance floor. So, you know, Titus Bramble, Sean Wright Phillips, Wayne Bridge, and Frank Lampard were there.
I bet you got well excited when Wayne Bridge was there.
I'm sure
I was there,
John Terry was there, but he was with Wayne Bridges' missus.
That's it. Obviously, Wayne Bridge is from Winchester, so like we kind of know him.
Oh, is he? Oh, lucky you.
He's
Darren from Winchester.
all right,
I've got a question for John.
Wayne's all right. To be fair, he's sound.
I generally don't know who this could be at the moment. So let's go for someone like.
I feel like one of you could get it with a Hail Mary.
I'm just trying to think. The problem is my mind's gone down a rabbit hole. Wimbledon now, and it probably is like a trick question, and he never actually played for Wimbledon. I can't even think of a fucking player that makes sense. I know it's wrong, but I just want to move on. And I know he never loaned, and he actually signed Craig Westcar. And he never played for Wimbledon. And none of it makes any sense, but I just want to move on.
That's a really random name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
Weirdly, I was thinking about him earlier, and I don't know why.
I'm just thinking of Stoke. I'm just thinking of Stoke players and like, I don't know, Ricardo Fuller. Just gonna throw that one out there. So we can get on.
He only got one goal for us. It's definitely not him.
Was just one goal, was it?
Yeah, Palace.
Clue number 3. I was made captain of Portsmouth, but then left at the end of July of the same season.
Captain. Come on, this must get it now. How many players we had captains that fucked off?
Well, it's made me think of Paul Robinson, because then that happened. But did he score? I don't even remember scoring.
I think he has.
He's played for Wimbledon, hasn't he?
He's played for Wimbledon, yeah, and he's probably, I don't know where Bursic, where else he's been.
No, but I'm going to say Paul Robinson.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sure that he was made captain and Cook come in and made his own captain. I'm just going to say Paul Robinson. Yeah. I remember that happening too. I just don't remember scoring 2 goals.
No, sure
it is indeed Paul Robinson.
Was Bursic at Millwall at any point?
I had a feeling it might have been that Jake Jervis at one point, because I remember him scoring a couple goals.
He was only on. We only signed him on loan from West Ham, though, didn't we?
Yeah, but didn't we? Because we've had him twice, haven't we?
No. Have we?
I'm sure we got him twice.
I think we did, but I can't say for certain.
Quick little Google.
Lovely.
And he also played for Wimbledon.
True.
There might have been 2 loans, to be fair.
We did have him twice.
Yeah, but he scored more than 2 goals. So
he did.
But yeah, no, But once you said that, I thought, well, I remember that happened in the Paul Robinson, but when the fuck did he ever score for us? Was what was going through my head. I'm gonna have to find out when he scored.
He did score twice for us, and it was, he was made captain, and then
then Cook got rid of him.
Fucked off in July.
Well, I don't think he fucked off. I think Cook gave him no fucking choice.
Lovely. So, shall we move on to any other business?
Yeah, I've got a couple of things I want to bring up.
Go for it.
One of them is, oh my God, the AFCON Cup.
Jesus.
That
Any opportunity I can fucking talk about it.
that
I will.
was quite sensational, and I don't really know any other words to describe that.
It was the most entertaining, nothing to do with the actual football match I've ever watched in my life.
It's the whole like the ball boys chasing after the mate with the
You could see him off the camera. There was a point where they were attacking, and all you could see was them wrestling behind the goal. You couldn't see what was going on, but you knew something was going on at the time.
It was over Mendy's towel, wasn't it?
Yeah. But what I mean is, at the time, you could just see this scuffle going on behind the goal, and you're like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Well, apparently Morocco had been doing it the whole way through the tournament, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
Stealing
I
the
don't know
goalkeeper's
why.
towels.
Is it to cheat? But then some people saying it was because of black magic or something like that. I don't know.
Really? Well, I don't know, but that was mental. When the fact that this is the first time I've ever seen it, where like fans were like telling players to throw it off, and they were doing it, and you had subs on the bench like warming up and telling people to jump over and grab this towel and things like that.
I know.
You had the sub goalkeeper defending a fucking towel.
And then there was a massive rumble, and it's like, what the? Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, like I know when the Euros was over here, there was that incident with all the fans running in and things like that, but never anything like that on the pitch and going around the pitch and the players involved and poor boys chasing after players. It's absolutely nuts. And the problem is with that, I know obviously a lot, like mainly because of the part of the season it's played, where it sort of hinders a certain amount of teams, or because they lose some of their best players who go off to the tournament, doesn't do it any favours, like as in taking it really seriously. Because obviously there's a bit of a stigma around AFCON and that kind of stuff, isn't it, already? Certain players like ex-players like Jamie Carragher saying about it, and I don't think that
Proven
helps
right
it.
in the end, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, and that doesn't help it, because like it makes it look really amateur. I mean, that's something you'd probably see on a Sunday morning. Like you wouldn't even see that in like League Two level, would you? Do you know what I mean? So it's odd. I mean, it's entertaining. It's brilliant to watch. But I mean, if you want it to be taken seriously as like a tournament and a spectacle, you can't have things like that happening.
No.
Do you think he missed that penalty on purpose?
No.
And I'll tell you why I think he did.
None of the Senegal players celebrated.
No. And after all of that, you'd feel like I would have been screaming in the Morocco faces.
I think
all sorts.
I think if he's going to miss it, he skies it or he smashes it wide. He doesn't do a
The Senegal goal, he was just waiting for it.
Yeah, but that's the problem. The thing is, I think he probably just thought he got nothing to lose. And like, I don't know, like the amount of time they had, and he chose to do that. I just think if you do a panika, whatever you want to call it, that is the worst way to miss a penalty. If you smashed it and skied it, you can that's what it is. Like, do you mean? But
Whenever I took penalties, admittedly, it's at school. It was it was Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, just put your
just fucking leather it and just get it in.
But that's what makes it even more the fact Senegal did not react. They didn't blink. It was like they knew it was going to happen.
The thing is, I just think if he's missed it on purpose and he's done it that way, he's like, that is, I don't know, like it's not the right way you want to miss a penalty. Like,
I just wonder if they went, the only way we'll come out is if you miss it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know.
And then Pat Gay scored an unbelievable goal.
Yeah, unbelievable.
To win it.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to the lad if that's how he wanted to be remembered for missing a penalty, and he did it on purpose.
He might not have had a choice.
Wow. I mean, you can have a choice. You can just sky it, because
it might end up like that Colombian goalie. Was it the goalie?
Yeah.
Or the defender?
No,
scored
defender.
An own goal in the World Cup, and they killed him for it.
Yeah. And every time the matey shot him, he shouted goal.
Yeah.
And that's why like Faustino Sprilla and that lot didn't. Didn't he like give up playing international football? I think.
Yeah, well, it was just great, especially at that point, wasn't it?
It's because they lost.
It was almost dangerous to play for him
because he lost like one of the cartel. I think it's Medellin cartel. Because I love all my like sort of crime and gangster stuff and that kind of thing. I think it was the Medellin cartel.
No wonder. I knew you were the leader of the hierarchy.
Well, yeah, like the thing is now, obviously, I've cut my hair and taken my tash off.
Cut or lost?
Okay, well, that's the problem. That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't be it anymore because
He's been
the head hair.
prepping for years.
And then whenever I try to grow a tash and there's a strong breeze, it just blow off. So I've had to sort of step away from that now.
Oh yeah, no, it was. I couldn't believe what I was watching, and that's why I text you boys like, any of you watching? Because you got to get it on if you're not. I think I texted everyone I knew.
Yeah, I wish I had watched it now, but oh well, never mind. Never mind.
One last, any other business thing, because we couldn't talk about it last week. Please explain to me your hate for Sol Campbell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Russ, I'm in a good mood. Don't piss me off.
No, I need to know your hatred for Sol Campbell.
Because he's a prick.
Is it a Spurs thing?
It's a multiple thing.
I think it must be more of a Spurs thing.
It's got to be more of a Spurs thing.
He's a massive prick.
But I don't care if he's a prick. He's the captain of our FA Cup team.
Yeah, and he ruined it.
Backs.
He ruined it by doing what he did.
What did he do?
Well, he tried to sue the club, didn't he?
Okay, so...
And anyone can say, oh, I didn't know how bad it was. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
bollocks.
okay.
Utter bollocks. He knew what he was doing, realised he wasn't going to get anything, so then pulled out.
Did you? Well, that's an opinion I don't agree with. I also think. Well, do you love Kanu?
Yes.
Yeah, Kanu took it all the way to literally the last second to agree to drop his money, which is worse than what Sol Campbell did.
Yeah, but he scored the goal of the FA Cup.
This is why it's got to be a Spurs thing, because what Kanu did was worse, and no one ever mentions it. I mean,
because he scored the winning goal. Campbell didn't do that, did he?
To be fair, like Kanu's so slow at doing stuff, though. Like, so maybe he just didn't get around
to him. It was still 2008.
Well, what I love is the stories about like those couple of seasons where he just like they literally had to like wheelchair him around after games and stuff like that because his body was falling apart.
Well, do you remember?
I mean, he was 65 when he played for us.
Like,
so
listen to Glenn whenever Glenn Little does a podcast. Listen to him, like, I mean, he's great, like sort of entertainment anyway. But when he talks about his time at Pompey and like Canu and the stories about that of him just getting wheeled in on wheelchairs, it's pretty funny. But I mean,
even when we had Norris on, he was talking about how like Kanu, you just wouldn't see him at training, and then if he did, he was just literally slow walking. But then as soon as the ball was at his feet, he just became alive.
Well, it was that goal get away at Middlesbrough where he was halfway line and he ran the full length, well, half the length, got into the box somehow, wasn't stopped, and then just scooped it over the keeper. I don't know how he got from there to there, still sort of keeping hold of the ball and outrunning certain players. But I suppose this thing maybe is...
Well, that killed him, didn't it?
Yeah.
To the point where they said that when they went back to the airport, he was on one of them fucking trolley things in the airport.
But that is the sign of, like, obviously I know people have their issues with Redknapp and stuff like that, and we all do, but that's the sign of like an unbelievable man manager where they're sort of just, well, Merton says it, doesn't he? He says that the only reason he signed for Pompey was because Redknapp allowed him to sort of have most of the week off, come down on the Thursday, get ready for the game, and he was like, look, as long as you turn it on the weekend.
Yeah, you don't care, yeah.
And that's it. Sometimes you got to do that. Like, if you want that, they're the players that make the difference. Because usually the ones with the most sort of flamboyancy and like sort of technical skill like that are usually the ones that are not most messed up in the head, but they're crazy and they need different treatment. And unfortunately, the way the game is now, you don't really get those kind of players as such. I don't think, really. I think everyone has to sort of get themselves into a certain spectrum and they can't sort of come away from that because the way the game is sort of been so militarised, you don't really have as much flair and like sort of creativity, I don't think.
But you said about podcasts and that, to move on just quickly, have any of you listened to David Ford on Under the Cosh?
No.
he talks about the Burgess Doyle situation in quite good detail. So if you ever get an
I might check
opportunity,
it out.
I'll have to listen to that.
It's right near the end because obviously most of it's about Millwall. So if you go to the end, he talks about it in detail, and I didn't realise David Ford was actually part of the reason why it happened as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. He was a very I mean David Ford was brilliant for us for obviously one of the main reasons, along with most of the other players, that we won the league that season. But he was I couldn't work him out whether he was a good goalkeeper. Like, do you mean he didn't seem very agile, but I think he was more just a presence. I think for us, and that's what we needed.
Yeah, he was never a goalie that kind of made you go wow, but then he never seemed to do much wrong at the same time.
Yeah. I think it was more just a presence and organising, because we never had that keeper, did we? Really, from that sort of was that.
Well,
presence.
that was Cook's weakness, wasn't it?
Yeah,
goalkeepers.
Well, we went to about 50,000 of them, didn't we? Before we got
four in one season, 5 was it?
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was all right. He was all right. You know what I mean? He wasn't bad. He wasn't good. Well, he was good. He just wasn't great. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, no, you got to listen to it because it's hysterical.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, lovely. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
We're all good.
Just smash them up.
Right.
Yeah. Just win 4-0 easily.
Just get in, make it a fucking bear pit. Get in there. Give them a good scumming every time they touch the ball. Every time they're on it. Whistle, jeer, boo, chant scummer. Whatever you got to do it. Make it a fucking bear pit and we'll win.
One thing I would say, and this is not being boring, but just remember, people, is don't let this game on Sunday ruin your life. Like
that idiot that went on at their place for a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, don't let this game ruin your life. It means the world to every single one of us. Like, if we win, it'll feel like ecstasy. If we lose, it'll feel like the end of the world. But don't let this game dictate what happens in the rest of your life. It's not worth it.
Don't tell me what to do.
You crack on then. But
I've got my brakes lined up.
But give it to them. Like, when we're in the ground, give it to them. Make it ferocious, make it vile, but make it to a point where it's not going to get you in any sort of big trouble. Like, because it just ain't worth it.
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go. I thought we'd just be a bit sort of level-headed.
By all means, enjoy it, but enjoy it by being fucking disciplined.
Exactly. We have a responsibility, so let's make sure we put that message out there. But yeah. Anyway,
come on in. I'm fucking excited now. Let's fucking come on.
Let's have it. We'll see everyone down the park on Sunday. If you're watching it at home or in the pub, hopefully come 4:00. We can all be celebrating and then looking forward.
We're playing for 4 hours, are we, Daz?
Well, we kick off at 2, don't we? Oh, it's 12, isn't it?
12.
I keep thinking it's 2 for the Arsenal game.
You imagine up at 2 o'clock. That'd be fucking hilarious.
We're all leaving and Daz is just turning up.
He turns up at Hazard's house at fucking 12.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking bacon sandwich?
But yeah, anyway. Okay, by 2 o'clock then. Hopefully we're all celebrating in the streets. And life is all good. And but until then, up the Blues.